Did you know that Louis Armstrong was the very first man to sing on the moon? You might think this would be especially impressive because, for many years before, almost everyone thought it was impossible. As it turns out, there is more to this story than it first seems. You might not believe it at first, but trust me when I tell you the real story. The reason why so many people thought it was impossible for Louis Armstrong to sing on the moon was not because they had any doubts about his singing ability, but because in 1969, he was not feeling well enough to perform publicly. You might think that the lack of a venue on the moon would mean that singing on the moon technically wouldn't count as a public performance, but for a few days in the summer of 1969, the moon became host to a staggering total of 2 more people than usual. To clarify, when I asked earlier, did you know Louis Armstrong was the first man to sing on the moon? This was not a rhetorical question. If you would have answered yes, then this is the time to tell you that you have been mistaken. Not only was Louis Armstrong not the first man to sing on the moon, he has never actually visited the moon and has no relation to the first man to actually walk on the moon, the Apollo 11 astronaut known as Neil Armstrong.